I mean, see a demonstration like that live, especially that in particular, because like you said, psionics, like that whole topic is so, it's just at the forefront of the UFO community right now. And that's what a lot of people are talking about. That's what a lot of people are interested in. The telepathy tapes took over the #1 spot.
It did,
over Joe Rogan for a little while. Like it was everywhere, right? Everybody was talking about, honestly, if I'm being fair, I have never been sent so many messages about making a video or doing an interview than telepathy tapes, right? You got to get oh my, everybody. I mean, everybody. I was like, Jesus. Okay. And it's a fantastic, podcast, and I heard they did get the funding for their new documentary that they're doing. I wonder if they'll shoot some of that there at the conference.
They very well might. Kai Dickens is the lady who's the director of that. She's putting that together, and she's a great interview as well if you want to bring her on.
I tried. She's just busy. I couldn't.
She's really
get
busy, and I
her
get it.
Team.
I know.
Yeah, totally. Like I don't take that stuff personally. You know what I mean? It happens.
Of course not.
But
no, and I think they're doing great work, and I want to support them any way I can. When somebody first brought that up, I was like, telepathy, no, that is a bridge too far for our conference. As you know, we lean academic, scientific, and whatever. And then they're like, well, hold on. This woman's from Johns Hopkins and Harvard, and this is a science. And then I'm like, whoa, now you got my attention. And then you start finding out about it, and you hear it, and you see these videos, and you see these interviews. It's incredible. I am genuinely on board with this now. I am fascinated by the whole topic.
It's definitely piqued my interest and I want to look into it more without a doubt. Plus telepathy is one of those things that, it may not be directly connected with UFOs, if you will, or UAP, but it kind of is in a way. If we start bridging some of the stories from the past and current, right? Like it can fit in there, and it's something that can be tested that way, right? It's not like we can test a UFO and bring it to the conference. You know, that's not going to happen. But telepathy, that could be done on stage in front of people. That's powerful. And
where do you hear about telepathy? You hear about it in Contact the Experiences. That's where telepathy kind of came 100%. Into the zeitgeist or whatever.
Yeah,
that's what I think it was. First I heard about it was in Whitley's book. He talked about they telepathically spoke to me. Wow. Yeah. And then also this is different than, it's not like it is on, I don't even know what show, Star Trek or whatever, you know, it's not like they're just having this conversation like that. It's different than that. And they're working with non-speaking children, and it's fascinating. If you look this up and you research this a little bit, it seems to be that we thought that humans had this ability like 100,000 years ago. And it just sort of got lost because we didn't need it, as we had vocal cords and we could talk and whatever. But these kids, as Diane told me, between 0 and 2, since they can't communicate, their brains develop this ability because they're like, I need food and I need to tell you. And it sort of happens. It's fascinating. It really is.
I agree. No, I agree. That's cool. Okay. So the psionic aspect to the conference, you know, what do you, I mean, this might be a crazy question, but I doubt. It seems like something you would have thought of. What is the goal of this conference? Like, what do you want people to take away, or how are you trying to add to the UFO discussion, in a sense, a bigger message?
Well, being perfectly honest with you, this is a very, very unique situation that we're in. I mean, you know, Gordon Peckrell, who's my partner on this, puts this thing together, and he's behind it. And this is genuinely a mission-driven event. I mean, everybody that works on this is interested in this. They genuinely want to do this. I mean, I've been doing this for 12, 13 years, and for 10, I never made $1. You know, it's just something that I'm drawn to. And it's something that we all genuinely care about. We all really want to know. So we kind of come into it with a mindset of, for me, it's twofold. I want to know the answers. I feel like I'm getting old. I'm going to die, and I want to know before I die. And two is I do feel this compulsion of sharing it with people that don't know. Like, I feel like, well, how come somebody didn't tell me about that? Like, I got buddies from high school that I was talking to just like 6 months ago. And I said something, well, yeah, kind of like Roswell. And he's like, what do you mean by Roswell? And it's like, I can't even get in the headspace of not knowing what Roswell is, but there are people that don't. And I'm like, I feel like there's a whole segment of people that might be interested in this if they knew more about it, you know? It's a specialized thing. I think some people just don't care about it or don't notice it, but you know, obviously it's getting more popular now. But if you come here and you come with an open mind, I think you'll find there's something happening here. I think you and I talked about this. We both live kind of in the middle. I am not, I'm very skeptical, but I'm not a debunker. And I'm very open-minded, but I'm not a true believer. I mean, I really truly feel like I'm right in the center where I'm very open to this. And I feel like when you study these people and you look at their work and their research, that's really compelling. And I feel this deserves more scientific research. No doubt. There's no question in my mind that something is happening. No idea what that is. I don't know if it's interdimensional. I don't know if it's time travel. It could be any of those or all of those. But there is something happening here. This is not just silliness that should be thrown aside. I firmly believe that.
I mean, 100%. I couldn't agree more.